The old apartment complex I lived in was not much, just a couple of run-down buildings facing a strip of forgotten woods. Most nights it felt harmless, quiet. But there was this one patch of overgrown bushes at the edge of the woods, right across from my ground floor window. It always felt heavier than the rest, somehow. My dog, Buster, a big, lanky shepherd mix, usually loved our late-night walks. He would sniff every blade of grass, chase imaginary squirrels. But a few weeks in, he started getting antsy around those particular bushes. He would tug on the leash, wanting to cross the street, or he would just stand rigid, staring into the shadows, a low, barely audible rumble in his chest. I would shrug it off, chalk it up to a raccoon or a stray cat. Then things started to change. I would come home late, and sometimes I would swear I saw a deeper shadow within the bushes, something that did not quite belong. Buster, instead of being eager to go outside, would hesitate at the door, his nose twitching, his ears swiveling towards those woods. During our walks, he would stop dead, planting his feet, his gaze locked on the bushes. He would not bark, just stand there, a silent sentinel. I would pull at his leash, whispering his name, trying to coax him, but he was like a statue. It was like he saw something I could not, something that made his usually playful nature turn stone cold. I started getting the prickling sensation on the back of my neck, the feeling of eyes on me even when I knew I was alone. One particularly foggy night, Buster and I were almost back to the apartment door. I had my hand on the doorknob, ready to dart inside when Buster froze. Again. But this time, it was different. He let out a low, guttural growl that vibrated through his whole body. He was not just staring, he was challenging something. I slowly turned my head, following his rigid gaze into the thicket of bushes. And there it was. Not a shadow, not an animal. A person, hooded, with something dark covering their face, staring directly at us. They were just a few feet away, almost swallowed by the fog and the deep shadows, but I could feel their eyes on me. A cold, dread-filled silence stretched between us. My heart hammered. I could not move, could not breathe. Then, a single hoarse whisper ripped from my throat. "Buster, inside! Now!" I did not wait. I yanked the door open, practically shoving Buster inside, not daring to look back until the door was slammed shut and locked. I called the police, my voice shaking so badly I could barely speak. They patrolled the area for a few days, and I never saw that figure again. I never knew who it was or what they wanted, but the memory burrowed deep into my mind. From that night on, every time Buster and I went out, our eyes would instinctively dart to those bushes. We would check, scan the shadows, listen for anything out of place. Even after I moved to a new place with no dark woods or suspicious bushes, I still find myself looking over my shoulder, listening for the silent threat. Buster does it too. Some things, once seen, just cannot be unseen, and some fears, once planted, never truly leave you.